What is going on, everybody? Welcome into another Bats and Bells podcast show with my guy Dave Yarnold and your boy the Gobbler. We're here. We're here to talk all about this crazy Philadelphia Phillies win. And Dave, what I thought from the lackluster, low scoring Phillies offense that we got. I gotta say I didn't have this in the bingo card. I thought this team was starting to tread into a direction I didn't want to see. Like I said, after falling down 6-0, I thought for sure this was going to be one of those typical games. We can't hit, we can't do anything. We're having defensive problems in the outfield or in the infield rather. And no, I went out quickly, reacted like an idiot. On my social media posts, it didn't age well. So Dave, let's start from the beginning. Like I said, shaky grounds with Nola at first. Nola got outside curveballs looked okay, and then he got into a jam up that led into a demise of what our Nola is.
Yeah, he definitely did. It's Aaron, typical Aaron Nola fashion. He got out of a couple jams, couple double plays. The one that Sosa made in left field kind of bailed him out too on that nice catch he made and left. Kind of scary a little bit, but he got it done. Yeah, I mean it's just Aaron Nola, typical 4 innings, whatever he gave you. It wasn't his greatest outing, that's for sure, and the horrors actually in Pittsburgh were continuing with this team because they can't win in Pittsburgh with PNC Park. Something about this park they can't do. Tonight they actually they turn it around in later innings, but it's Aaron Nola. What are you gonna? That's what he is. That's what he is. It's just
It's horrible. This is an Aaron Nola again. This is an Aaron Nola I don't want to see. Right. This is an Aaron Nola. I think it's a telling of his career, and Aaron Nola that just is behind the 8 ball. And again, he gets in these snowball effect innings where he's not going to let up one home run. He'll let up several.
Right.
But I'm going to get into a couple comments. My man Noah from from Central PA says, "What a win." He said, if this wasn't a wake-up call, I don't know what is. And you're absolutely right there. No, I mean, this was a wake-up call that this team needed. This is this was a huge comeback win. Like this, I haven't seen this kind of comeback win since like the 08
Well,
days.
it's funny. You said we'd come back win, which was a great comeback. Don't get me wrong, but they bailed Nola out. If you think about it, because I mean
they did.
I mean he gave up I think it was 6-0 at one point. He gave it up 6 runs, and for this offense to come back and get him out of that jam and him not getting the loss, that's huge. That shows that the bats are actually starting to wake up, and they did tonight, and in later innings.
And you're right. Like the innings, like I said, him, Kyle Schwarber, the offense actually came through the hit. I mean, we eventually would have known that the offense was going to wake up. Again, just seeing all this stuff to unfold and look, it worked out for this team. Just seeing Noah going through his troubles and tribulations early on in this game, but still, I mean, just to see the offense just continue to fight, for 9 innings, didn't give up not one time.
Oh.
And like you said, the guy who sets the tone of the game, Kyle Schwarber, just comes up huge, not with not one, but 2 double home runs. Like I thought for sure in I think it was late 8th, 9th inning. It was the 9th. When the bases were loaded, I thought he was going to hit the grand salami, and they wound up walking him. And like you said, Bryce Harper with a big day.
Yeah, Bryce Harper came out he had 4 hits tonight. Big hit for him, and that especially that one at the end. We thought it was gone at first, but it just hit the wall, came off. Big double for him. Scored the runs. Got tied the game at 8. Schwarber was definitely out of third. That was definitely, I don't know what they were talking about there because he was off the bag when they tug him. But like I said, Harper with the big hit ties the game at 8. But at one point, if you think about it, Pat, it's funny because it was pretty much Pittsburgh 8, Schwarber 5. Because Schwarber with the 2 home runs and everything, and but this guy has 20 home runs in May, and to me. I don't know, man. Maybe he's got to be tested. I don't know. It could be a steroid thing. I just don't know. But it's just to me, it's very odd that this man is how big he is and how he hits the ball. It's just to me. I mean, I'm not saying it's a steroid thing. I'm not going to go there or test or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But 20 home runs in May is kind of shake. I mean, that's just it's unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. Like, he's on pace, man. Like, he's destroying baseball after baseball. So we got a couple more comments coming in. Pinky's Pull says, "What a win tonight! Best win of the year so far. It's been the best comeback win of the year. I mean, by hands down." D says, "What a comeback! Let's go." Yeah, I mean, listen, this is a what we want to see from our Philadelphia Phillies, a good comeback win. See if they had this just what it takes to battle back, and they did. And this was, I thought, like I said, when I saw the Nola go into an 0-6 run and get a couple of the bats prior to that third inning, I'm like, oh man, they can't. It's going to be one of those nights where they can't hit. You and I are in for a long, stressful show, and no, not the case at all. Again, the offense comes up and does their part, like you just mentioned. They bailed Nola out of harm's way. They climbed them. They battled themselves out of this humongous hole. You had Schwarber, absolutely playing like a monster. You had Harper playing like a monster. Down in the 10th inning, the small ball starting to take place. Everything's starting to come up, and I was really, really satisfied with the win.
I was too, Pat. I got to be honest. It was a good win for them tonight to show that they can come back from a 6-0 lead. Not many teams can do that. It's not easy to do. Then again, Pittsburgh showed a little fatigue. Their bullpen kind of died a little bit too. Ryan O'Hearn, I don't understand him sometimes. He was I think he was 0 for 3 or 4, whatever he was. To me, he's a better player than that. I don't know why he's not hitting the ball. But Pittsburgh does have weapons. I mean, Marcell Ozuna is a beast. I mean, he showed tonight. He went yard on Nola, made him look, typical Nola style. But like I said, Pittsburgh does have hitters, and they're not a last place team in this division the way what the standings say, because they're 24 and 21, whatever they are. But the fact that this division is so good in the Central, for them to be 3 games over 500 and be in last place, that's just tells you right there they're not a bad team. They're really not.
No, and listen, they got young guns on there. Also, they got Marcell Ozuna on there. I know he's older. He's up there in age, but he obviously showed you he still has some power left in his tank. They got a lineup.
Ryan Reynolds is a beast too. I mean, he's a good player on that team.
They got they got Ronald Reynolds. They got and like you mentioned though, like Pittsburgh was making some big time mistakes. It was
Cruz had a good game too. Cruz was hot. I mean,
Cruz was right.
I mean, Pittsburgh has players. They do. They're not going to go away. That's for sure.
No, they're an up and coming team. You see it. 1K Gage says Alec Bohm. I guess he's got his Alec Bohm jersey tonight on. My man Ken from Colorado checking in. What's up, Ken? He goes, "What a win! That was a huge win." Always said just got back from a live game in Pittsburgh. So many of my South Philly brethrens was great. Listen, and that's one thing about the Philadelphia fans, man. They traveled. They went from Boston. Now you see them out in Pittsburgh. I got my buddy Matt Klein. He'll be out there tomorrow. I mean, listen, that's what you expect. I mean, this town travels to join it. And I hear Pittsburgh's got a beautiful stadium. I never been there.
It's very nice. I've been there twice. It's very nice out there. But the thing about that is, I mean, it does rain a lot out there, so you just got to be careful. The weather's, you never know what you're going to get with the weather wise. Mm-hmm. But the stadium is very nice. I was actually there when it first opened up. It was, very nice.
It's a beautiful, it's got the view of the Golden Bridge in the background. It's very nice out there. But yeah, let's get some more detail here, Dave.
But it's funny too, Pat. Real quick, that I hear what you're saying. But last time Phillies were out there, they got swept. So this is a big jump. This time from coming in there and actually down 6-0 to come back and win this thing.
And you're right. Listen, it's been a tough road playing against Pittsburgh. It hasn't been pretty, but like you said, Donnie Baseball, man. I mean, I didn't know if this message of getting rid of Topper, bring Donnie Baseball in was going to, I'm thinking, all right, this message is only for a minute, but no, you get the win. Now, if you get another one, now you've won six.
Another six series in a row.
In
So
6 years in a row. And how about that kid? So let's go back to some big mistakes that Pittsburgh was making tonight. What's that kid? O'Haron, if I'm saying his name right.
Ryan O'Hearn.
Ryan O'Haron. He
Yeah.
winds up, he thinks that he's going to one up. I guess he thought somebody that he thought hit a home run, and it turned out they call it the warning track. And he starts running back. He didn't make it back in time.
Right. I remember that. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
and then you had Griffin, the shortstop. He says he got hit in the hand, and he got hit, and it would just clearly hit the baseball bat. Another common mistake. So Pittsburgh was making some idiotic moves out there, man, and
that happens. I mean, players do that all the time. It's just part of the game.
Yeah, he definitely tried to oversell it. But like I say, if you want to talk about mistakes, we talked about Aaron Noel making some things. How about Stubbs tonight? Yeah, his defensive game. Oh my god,
his defense is great, but the only way he can get on base is get hit by a pitch. He's been hit by twice tonight. I mean, come on, seriously. He did throw. He had a nice throw out though. He threw Cruz out at second, which was nice. That was a good throw.
Yeah, I was looking at some of his defense, and I was like, shake my head, like, what are we doing here? I mean, there was, like I said, the infield deficiencies really was becoming an issue out there. And I said, man, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
I was a little surprised when we got to the 10th inning and Kirkring was in there. I thought they would go with Duran, but I guess because they used Duran last night, they didn't want to use him again tonight. So it makes sense.
Yeah, I thought so too. And then, of course, when Kirkring takes the hill, my sphincter tightens up because I'm thinking this guy's going to blow it. And I'm going to give some kudos to. I know we're kind of a little bit all over the place, but it's okay because we're excited. This is a big.
We're excited. Win. It's a win, right?
And here you go. Happy 30 says, "What a bleeping win! Yeah, what a win! This is one of the few we get to see this from the Phils. This was a good comeback win. They win 11-9. We'll take the W. I gotta give Alvarado his flowers. He was pitching some sinkers and some sliders that were inside that. It was getting guys like O'Neill and other guys who just couldn't hit.
It's funny though. You think that Pittsburgh and Philly, it's always a good game. I mean, Battle of Pennsylvania. Who's the better team? We get all that, but it's just every time these two teams play each other, sometimes it's a blowout, but sometimes you get tight games. And tonight was just one of those games where it was kind of a blowout, and then it was a tight game. So you kind of got both. But you got both scenarios in this game, which made it fun to watch.
Yeah, it was, and so Happy Dirt says, "Good things happen when you fire a terrible manager. 3 years too late, but nonetheless." I don't know if he was terrible. I didn't think the team did their job.
I mean, say terrible. I'll say boring. I think boring's the word for Thompson because it was pretty much the same lineup all the time, and he showed no emotion. I mean, when you have Don Mattingly, Don Mattingly's a different story. He makes the game more fun. And he changes the lineup every so often, too. So.
And it does. And listen, I think he did. I was a fan of Topper. I think he adjusted. I just think, one, his message would just fell in deaf ears, or two, it just, no one was winning. No one was paying attention when he had said this was the kick in the pants that this team needed to all right, listen, when we all know in sports, once the coach goes, and if that's still not panning out, it's going to be the players. So the players have to make up for it.
And it's funny when Pittsburgh brought in Soto against Harper, I'm like, oh, Harper has it. I knew because he couldn't find the strike zone first of all, and then Harper hit that bomb. It was like, man, you kind of knew right then and there, Phillies, that the momentum started to change. You just saw it,
Right. So, but like I said, I'm happy what I saw with the Philadelphia Phillies. Again, Bryce Harper really comes through with that. He goes he chases pitches. This was a low slider, and he went after it, and he made contact. Man, I thought for sure. Once I saw it,
it was over. It hit the yellow part. It just missed going over the wall.
It just missed going over the wall, and I thought for sure it was going to clear it, or they were going to overturn it. But no, it was the right call.
I just didn't understand the play at third with Schwarber because he was out. He was off the bag. What are we looking at?
I don't know what Don Mattingly or what the Phillies lineup was looking at to challenge that. I mean, that was
I didn't get that either.
just like that one pitch from Soto, like he was just trying to say it was a strike, and it was definitely not a
Oh, it
strike.
was clearly a ball. Oh, it was low. Yeah, it was
It
definitely
was. I unless he was trying to pitch him for cricket. I mean,
right.
I totally thought it was for sure a low one. Let's get into some of the some
It doesn't hurt
details.
to try though. It doesn't hurt to try when you have one challenge in the extra innings. You give it a shot. You know, it's one
Yeah,
thing.
you're definitely taking a bargain on it, and to
Sure.
see if you know can overturn some things.
Right.
Let's get around to Dave. Let's go around the scoreboard here. Of course, this is supposed to be rivalry weekend. I didn't realize that. I get it. It's all the interstate teams and all that fun stuff. Let's go see. Um, let's go see what was going wrong. Obviously, today we had the Phillies who won big comeback win over the Pirates, winning 11-9. Of course, all you got to have all your interstate battles going on today. You have the Cubbies and White Sox. Cubbies are winning bottom of the eighth, 10-4. They are crushing the White Sox. You have the Kansas City Royals take on the Cardinals. It's 3-3, bottom of the eighth out there in St. Louis. Then you have the Rockies beating up on the Rockies. Diamondbacks beating up on the Rockies 7-1. Right about now, you have the Dodgers and A's getting things underway at bottom of the third, or just out of the third, going to the fourth. You have the Padres and Mariners going at it. Padres up 1-0, bottom of the fourth. Giants and A's 1-1. Right now at the top of the fourth. Like I mentioned, the Phillies over the Pirates 10-11-9. You have the Blue Jays losing to the Dodgers 3-2. You have the Orioles losing to the Nationals 3-2. You have the Reds winning 7-6 over the Guardians. You have Tampa over the Marlins 7-2. You have the Brewers 3-2. A lot of action, Dave. Braves over the Red Sox, Boston Red Sox. Oh, that was oh wow, a lot of games. A's over the Braves over the Red Sox 3-2. Yankees over the Mets 5-2, and the Astros over the Rangers 2-0. And that would be it. That's
like I said, rivalry weekend. That's what makes baseball fun when you have rivalry weekends. I mean, you have the Subway Series, New York Mets and Yankees. Cubs, White Sox. It just makes it fun.
It does make it fun. It's kind of like bragging rights of the state right about now.
Sure, so, absolutely. Kansas City, St. Louis, Battle, Missouri.
And like I mentioned yesterday in the post-game show, it's pretty funny because also we just had the Flyers and Penguins battling out in the beginning of or late April, and here we are carrying it over maybe a month later.
And here the Phillies carry it over and win 11-9. It's just crazy.
Yes. So yeah, Phillies take game one of this series, Dave. You and I are really excited where this team again. A win, however you like it.
That puts them one game under 500 too, if you think about it. So they're and I think I said this. Where were we Friday? I think I said Thursday or Wednesday. I said the arrow is definitely going up for the Phillies right now. You can see it,
and you can see you're absolutely right. Listen, I despite like I said the low scoring that we saw from up in that Boston series. However you want to cook it. Look, I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but a win is a win, man, and you take them. It's not going to always be pretty. I know that on the record, we should dominate the Red Sox in every which way possible. You're not always going to get that. But listen, they came back. They won that series. They won 5. And now if they win one more, like we talked about, now you won 6 series. So that's wild. So I mean, let's take a look at that NL East right now. So the Phillies are 22-23, right now. So you are right behind. They're 9 games out. First, you got the Braves
fighting that out there right now, from what I've seen. So
yeah, and they are battling it out right now for that position right there. So I mean, look, I'll like I said. They're battling out for that last. I'm gonna say it's like to me. I know it's early in May, but it's kind of like I don't see you catching to the Braves. For me, the playoffs start now, like in somewhere capacity.
Usually, I mean, we're still in May. I mean, it's still a long way to go. I mean, May, June, July, August. We have a lot of baseball to play. Anything can happen. Anything that.
Anything can happen. You can fall off the trails, off the routes, all that stuff. But listen, they're they could come sinking in. They could come sinking in at any time. Um, and I like it. Like I said, they're
But
four
I like
games.
Atlanta right now is tough. It's going to be tough to catch because Atlanta's just they're
Yeah.
just good. They're a good team.
Well, that's why I said I'm not even thinking about. And like I said, a lot of baseball. Anything can happen.
Sure.
We could, in some weird capacity, we could catch them. Right? We've seen this happen before in the last coaching change, where we were 12 games out and we battled our way back. It can happen. Not saying it
Sure.
will. Not going to say history is going to repeat itself, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, Dave, big win. Like I said, I liked everything from this team today.
Sure. You know, it's funny. I know we're doing a post-game show for the Phillies and all, but going to the Yankees and Mets real quick. Juan Soto comes to the plate. The Yankee fans are booing him, but the Mets fans are loving him. And what a reverse it was from 2 years ago.
Right?
I just love how it worked out. It's funny to me how that works.
That's wild. How it's in due time. In due time,
Right.
things have.
I mean, 2 years ago, the Yankee fans loved him. The Mets fans couldn't stand him. This year, what a reversal because he went to the Mets and now the Yankees can't stand him. So,
Yeah, dude, it's wild. It's wild.
I mean, for one player to have that kind of evasion to me, it's just kind of funny. I just think it's just a kind of funny situation there.
Yeah, it's just wild. But like I said, like I imagine, but I definitely thought Kyle Short was going to go for the hat trick, though.
I'll tell you, I did too, Pat. I really did. I thought he was too because I was like, watch, he'll hit a 3-run bomb and they'll go up 14-9, whatever it was. I'm like, come on, this guy. And he did it in center field too. Cruz caught it. It's like, oh my gosh, crazy.
Listen, 20 home runs. He's leading the MLB and home runs with 20. I mean,
It's insane.
He's on. Listen,
He's on pace for 60.
And Paul, it's wild. It's like you, me, and Paul literally talked about like when he got the big cha-ching at the in the off season. Like, does he deserve it? They could have used that money elsewhere.
Well,
yada yada.
You know, it's funny. Tom McCarthy was talking about this too. He was saying there was 4 teams that actually were going after him when he was on the free agency block. I mean, Cincinnati was one of them, I believe.
The Orioles,
Pittsburgh Orioles, and a couple. Orioles. Yeah, they were all after him. But I think his commitment to the Phillies. Well, actually, the Phillies gave him the money, which I understand that. But I think he wanted to stay in Philly either way. So,
and he's got it made here. Like,
yeah, sure.
I mean, how much is Wawa's and the Schwarber Fests and all that stuff? Like that guy is. He's on good, he's on good terms here. Like he'll never have to buy a drink again. Like he is, it's wild. Like how much he's invested here, and I just hope it pays off. Like I hope this is.
And the thing about Schwarber too is I mean, as much as I didn't like the contract, and I still don't at this point because it's all DH to me. But he's a down to earth kind of guy. I mean, he's not a cocky guy. He doesn't act like a cocky guy. He tells it like it is. This the pitch they threw me, stuff like that, which makes it even better. Yeah, you don't have to worry about the cockiness in him. I like that.
No, you don't have to worry about his cockiness at all. So let's do our Dave. Since we're going, this kind of like lead right into it. Dave, who's your player of the game?
Well, I guess it's got to be Kyle Schwarber for me. 2 home runs. The guy's he's a machine, and you're not going to stop it. I mean, I could have went Harper too, but I'm going to go Schwarber in this one.
You're going to go Harper. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're going to go Schwarber with 2 home runs. Comes up, like I said, not just one single home run. I mean, these were 2 multiple. It's just like I said. I just can't believe the power of this guy, Dave. I just can't believe, like you said, man. Like are you sure you don't know Needle in there, my friend? I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I mean, come on. I mean, I know he got power. The guy's got massive power, and he sees the ball. And that's the thing too. When he's at the plate, he sees the ball so well. Like he knows it's coming.
Right.
Yeah,
and like I said, huge night for Schwarber. So here we go for the night. You have Schwarber 2 for 5, 3 hits, 5 RBIs, 2 home runs, and only 1 strikeout.
And how could I not play the game? It's got to be.
No, and I'm going to go with his counterpartner. I'm going to go Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper for me, 4 hits, 5 at bats, 4 for 5, 2 RBIs. I mean, he really sets the tone of this team. He is really the backbone. He's the face of the franchise. And it's just wild how well he's playing. And at his age, again, the best thing Dave Dombrowski could have told him, you're just a good player, because that put a spark on it under him. And now he's just constantly him. And he's probably heard it. Listen, he's heard it through us. He's probably heard it through a bunch of radio talk. Top part of the lineup's not making contact. Top part of the lineup is struggling. At some point you get tired of hearing it, and they snapped out.
Well, the funny part too, I'm sure there's one person tonight that's very happy that he got bailed out. That's Aaron Nola. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Aaron Nola's probably saying, "Guys, thank you so much. You guys came out there. You bailed me out. You got me runs at the end of I didn't get the loss. So even though he had a bad night, he still didn't get the loss. So I guess not a total loss for Aaron Nola."
Hey, listen, Aaron Nola will be buying those guys dinner tonight. That's for
sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Aaron Nola's going to be buying them steak dinner out there. So let's go over some of these numbers, though. Trey Turner, 1 for 6, not great. Alec Bohm, 1 for 5. Marsh, 1 for 5. Stott, 1 for 4. Sosa, 0 for 4. Marshawn. 1 for what did Marshawn have? Okay, he just got 1 bat, so he was 1 for 1.
Yeah.
Crawford, 2 for 5. So not great stuff. But I mean, it's from some of your players. But listen, that bat. Listen, in that 10th inning, that's where it met. That's where this team made their money.
And the one thing about Crawford too, his speed is so is so quick. And when he gets on base, it's just fun to watch. It just is. He's going to make something happen when he gets on base.
No, and you're right. And his development, that's all that matters. Dave, I got to ask you, what's your grade for your Phillies tonight?
You know what? I'm going to give him a high B+ tonight for not just because they got off to a bad start, but to make the comeback they did and to come back to get the win, and and made it interesting in the 8th and 9th inning and 10th of course. I'm going to go B+ tonight for them.
Oh man, I think I'm going to be the one who gave in, even though they had a sluggish start. I know Aaron Nola had his sluggish start, but for this team to prevail at the end. Alvarado sealing the deal, shutting things out, and making sure Ryan Kickering. I know it looked like he had 2 guys in scoring position. Looked like typical. Oh my God, he's going to choke this game away. No, slam the door with the W. I'm going to go with an A there, Dave. I'm going to go A.
I would have went A. Pat. I would have, but being down 6-0, I can't go that. I got to go B+.
Yes, I'll be a little optimistic. I guess it's because it's Friday. I have to give it an A. I should realistically give it a B+ for like I said, the sluggish start. I can't overlook that either. But just they come back from a 6-0 deficit.
And it was 8-3 too. So you sit there and say 8-3, and you come back and tie it at 8. So to me, a high B+.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I mean, he gave Brandon Lowe 2 free souvenirs tonight. But
Mr. Lowe went yard twice. That boy's a beast.
I'm just telling you, man.
Former All-Star too. So come on.
It's wild, like how bad that team. It's gonna be how crazy that team turns it around, Dave.
Sure.
In the near future. But listen, Dave, we're gonna get ready to wrap up the show. Dave, guys, this has been great. This has been the Bats and Bells podcast with me, my man Dave Yarnold. We'll be back tomorrow again. This has been great, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Go Phils. And Dave, enjoy the rest of your night, my man.
Definitely will. Big softball tournament tomorrow for my daughter, so hopefully we'll have a good time for that too, and hopefully it's a good thing. So we'll see what happens.
Well, there you go. Dave will be enjoying time with his daughter, and I'll be cleaning up the highways with my crew. But anyway, guys, stay up there. All you Pittsburgh Pirate fans, put your cones back wherever you got them, because you have to enjoy some Philly cheesesteaks tonight, baby.
That's right.
All right. All right, guys. Catch you later. Everyone have a good night. Bye-bye.
Take care. See ya.
Yeah.